So, what's going on, everybody? Things are about to start picking up, and we're 2 games left at most in the World Series. We're heading into Game 6 into Houston, and the Braves are 3-2. But free agency is about to start. So as soon as the World Series is over, free agency starts. The trade market can begin. Arbitration figures can start picking up. They all happen within 10 days after the World Series. So things are about to get hot. So I want to talk about 3 trades I think could shake up baseball and impact a lot of other teams, because things are about to start. I mean, GMs are going to get aggressive, teams are going to get aggressive, and the teams that act first most of the time are the ones that tend to put themselves in a position to be ahead of others. So with that in mind, I have 3 trades that could shake up baseball. By the way, if it's your first time here, welcome. If you like stuff like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now and the notification so you don't miss it. I'm going to keep you guys looped in the whole entire offseason on what's going on. Plus, my next video is going to be 3 moves that can put the Yankees back on top. You're not going to want to miss that one either. But with that, let's get to this, okay? The first trade involves the Pirates and the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners, as you know, are close to being contenders now. They missed the playoffs by 1 game. Okay, that is a tough thing to swallow. Okay, but if Houston loses Carlos Correa, okay, if the A's happen to trade some of their guys, that could potentially leave the AL West wide open for a team like Seattle, who I think will be aggressive. And if you see my MLB free agent predictions video, you know that I have them being aggressive. If you haven't, take a look in the description; you'll see it there. And and that's where I think they're going to be aggressive in the trade market and the free agent market. So this trade involves, again, the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners. No, excuse me, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Seattle Mariners. Okay, in this trade, Pittsburgh acquires Julio Rodriguez, who's their #1 prospect. He's an outfielder. Okay, he's also the #2 overall prospect in Major League Baseball. Emerson Hancock, their #4 prospect, a right-handed pitcher. Brandon Williamson, #7, a left-handed pitcher, and Edwin Arroyo, the #11, a shortstop. Prospect-heavy package for a team heading to Pittsburgh who doesn't generally spend a lot of money and who can use some more high-end prospects. And again, this is a top 3 farm. So this isn't like getting these prospects from the ranked 25th ranked farm. This is top 3. Okay? So there's a lot of value here. And again, pairing Julio Rodriguez with someone like Brian Hayes puts 2 young dynamic outfielders out there. Okay, and that means heading back to Seattle will be Brian Reynolds, okay, budding superstar, one of the top dynamic players in baseball, who's not a free agent until 2026, and JT Brubaker, who is also not a free agent until 2026. He's a starting pitcher. So Seattle would get major league ready players, okay, that they need, Brian Reynolds and another starting pitcher to add to that rotation. In return, Pittsburgh would receive a haul of prospects, several of which are major league ready or just about close to being major league ready. So it would be an immediate impact for Seattle and a short-term and long-term impact for Pittsburgh. That would be a trade that would benefit both teams. And again, if you're going to get Brian Reynolds, you're going to have to give up a haul, and the haul is going to have to come from a top team, and this does that. Okay, trade number 2 involves the Baltimore Orioles and the San Diego Padres. Okay, in this trade, Baltimore acquires Will Myers, okay, major league player Will Myers, plus $20 million in cash. Okay, they also acquire James Wood, their #5 prospect and outfielder, Justin Lang, the #8 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, in exchange for Trey Mancini, yes, popular player, but getting Will Myers in return who can play multiple positions, and $20 million in cash makes it not only for a clean swap but a potential upgrade for Baltimore. Okay, and San Diego would be getting a winner type player over there that can really help them, I think, get to the next level. And with that new manager, I think he would bode well. So they would also get Colton Krauser, their #5 prospect and outfielder, and Mike Bauman, the #10 prospect, a right-handed pitcher. And again, getting these players and getting $20 million cash from the Padres. Will Myers has $60 million left on his contract. Trey Mancini has 1 year left. That's why they're throwing in cash, but they'll be motivated to cut some of that payroll. If they can cut that in half, they'll be saving upwards of $30 million or so, okay, which would save them money to invest elsewhere, which they need to do. And getting Trey Mancini, I think, would be a good fit for San Diego, and getting Will Myers would make Baltimore a little bit more versatile. The rest of it becomes a prospect swap between the 2 teams. So that's trade 2. And the third trade involves the Detroit Tigers and the Cincinnati Reds. Here, the Tigers would get 2 big players, okay? Jesse Winker, left fielder, who's not a free agent until 2024, power bat, as you know, and Amir Garrett, stud reliever, who's not also under control until 2024, in exchange for Dylan Dingler, who's their number 4 prospect, a catcher. Matthew Boyd, a Major League starter, he's got 1 more year until he's a free agent. Christian Santana, number 9 prospect, a shortstop. And Reese Olson, their number 11 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, and they'd also get Michael Fulmer. So we got 1 more year until he's a free agent too. So they would get some decent pitchers, Fulmer and Boyd, and several prospects in return. So they would obviously get 2 major league pieces immediately, and then some pretty heavy prospects in return for Winker and Amir Garrett, who would be big boosts for the Detroit Tigers. They're going to have to pay a nice premium, but again, Detroit Tigers, I also think they're going to be pretty aggressive, and Cincinnati Reds, they're probably going to be looking to shed a little bit of payroll. So this gives them an opportunity to do that and get some players in return and prospects. So that's the trade. And then again, I think Detroit's going to be one of the teams that are going to be aggressive this offseason, as well as Texas, Seattle, teams like that, Baltimore, potentially the Miami Marlins, and some other teams as well, but those will be some surprising teams. So these are the 3 trades. Let me know what you think, and give me your feedback in the comments down below. And again, make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't done that so you don't miss my next Yankee video. Talk to you guys next time.